When it comes to being a man today, I think society puts a lot of, rigid expectation on us as men. And if you let them perpetuate some of those harmful stereotypes, you'll have a real bad misconception of what manhood is. But you know what? There are also a lot of expectations that actually are on men and very important for us to understand. And that's usually what I talk about. But today, I'm going to talk about these false beliefs that can put men under pressure. It can hinder your growth. It'll strain relationships. So today, I'm going to debunk 8 lies that men commonly hear. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. So let's get at it. Hey, I'm Rob Johnson, and welcome to the Legacy Gentleman channel. As I talked about earlier, I'm going to be telling us about 8 myths that are lies about men that I want to help dispel. And the first one is that real men don't show weakness. One of the perverted lies is that men should be stoic and never show vulnerability or emotion ever. However, this belief can be detrimental to your mental health and really hinder any meaningful connection you have with people, especially your wife and your family. Strength lies in acknowledging and addressing your emotions, seeking support when you need it, and embracing a full range of human emotions at the appropriate time. And you know what? It is never okay for you to say, I will never ever show weaknesses. You need to have a support system that encompasses your family, your friends, and yes, your spouse and children, and find the time where each of them are feeding into you to help you deal with these different weaknesses that only these groups can help you with. So men, it is a lie that you should never show weakness. The next thing is that masculinity requires physical strength. Physical strength is often associated with masculinity. And you know what? You want to be as strong as you can be, but that's as strong as you can be without comparison to other people. There's a natural tendency that some people are just going to be stronger than other people, and that you are going to be stronger at some points in your life than you are going to be at later parts of your life. And that's just sometimes injury, sometimes sickness, sometimes that's just old father time. But whether you are strong your whole life or you start to lose your strength as you get older, that in no way diminishes your masculinity. See, masculinity encompasses a whole bunch of things. You have to know that you need emotional strength and strength of character far above all strengths to actually be a man. Manliness is not physical strength. The next lie is that men should always suppress their emotions. This lie hinges on the fact that you will have no emotional well-being and you will stifle healthy expression of emotion. Look, men, you should actually be encouraged to cultivate emotional intelligence, how to communicate your feelings, yes, without violence or anger, and to seek support when it's necessary. But man, you're a human. You have to feel a wide range of emotions, and you have to learn how to constructively outlet those emotions and how to deal with those emotions so they don't overwhelm you and bring you down. So men, do not suppress your emotions. Learn to understand them, understand where they came from, and learn how to deal with them. Because it is a lie that men should suppress their emotions. This next one is going to be a little controversial. It is a lie that men should be the sole providers. Here's a social expectation that I understand that I haven't been very clear about this either. It is that men should be a sole provider for their family. Look, as a man, you should be the principal provider. You should be the majority provider. And when your wife has the opportunity to raise your children, at that point you'll be the sole provider. Even if you refer back to biblical times where a lot of this comes from, you look at the godly woman, she provides for her family by finding industrious ways around the house to earn income. So no, men, you do not have to be the sole provider. You need to be the major provider, and you need to not put all that responsibility to be the sole provider out on your wife. But look, if your wife makes more money than you, there is nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing unmanly about that. See, men, you should be empowered to pursue a career that gives you fulfillment. and then put the responsibility of having your work-life in balance. There's a lot of things that's going to come your way, and that if you're looking for it and you're industrious, you'll find ways to provide for your family. So men, it is a lie that you must be your family's sole provider. This next lie is a thing that a lot of boys bring into manhood, and that is assertiveness equals aggression. See, there's a belief that if you're assertive, that equals aggression, and that is a damaging misconception. Because men, we encourage you to communicate assertively without trying to be dominant, without bringing the threat of violence. See, constructive conservativeness actually, promotes healthy relationships. It is effective at problem solving, and it'll build mutual respect. And that assertiveness does not have to translate into aggression. See, men, that is a skill that we take from childhood, is that you back people down with aggression. But men, that's a lie. You can be assertive without bringing aggression in. This next lie is definitely one of those things that I had to work through, and that is men should not seek mental health. See, that's another harmful lie, that if you seek mental health, it's a sign of weakness or even failure as men. Men, like everyone else, you deserve the support and encouragement you need, and prioritizing your mental health is a thing. You don't want to take this too far and where you're seeking mental health as the badge of honor or as a thing that is something wrong with everyone if they don't do. I'm a firm believer that life is hard for all of us, and that actually getting someone to talk about your problems with and work through those issues. So I say, men, it is a lie you should not get mental health, but that mental health needs to come with a pathway. The fact that men should not seek mental health, that's another lie. Here's another lie, is that men don't desire intimacy. This is I'm gonna try to be very delicate with this, but there's a difference between sex and intimacy. And men, we need sex, sure, but far more than that, you need intimacy. Intimacy is the ability to express yourself emotionally with somebody, to be close with someone, but it's a lie that permeates a lot of stereotypes and that hinders men from having deep emotional connections with the women in their lives. Men, intimacy is very much important. It is this deep and healthy desire to have somebody embrace and accept you for who you are, the way you are, flaws and all. Look guys, you're gonna develop a much stronger relationship when you have intimacy with your wife, and that is a lie that a lot of men are just not comfortable talking about. I am 100% sure that the only person I am vulnerable with is my wife, and we've been married for 25 years, and sometimes that's still difficult. So men, it is a lie that you should suppress your desire for intimacy. Next one is this overarching idea that manhood is defined by conformity. Society sometimes imposes a bunch of narrow rules on what masculinity and manhood looks like, and that stifles individual expression and really self-expression. And look, a lot of times I'm talking about on this channel what masculinity looks like, what manhood looks like, what gentlemanly looks like, but all of it is in a comparison to what's happening in a lot of places, which is not true masculinity. There is still a lot of room for your judgment on what's going to be best for you and your own self-expression, your own pursuits of what your interests are, and your own passions that's going to drive you. So men, true manhood lies in embracing your authentic self and working to be that best you can be outside of what anyone else thinks of you. So men, there is a lie that the only thing that masculinity looks like is Andrew Tate. It is a lie that's saying that if you're a man that looks like Dr. Jordan Peterson, you're not really a man. It is a lie to say that the only man looks like Michael Jordan, and that a man that looks like Urkel, the fictional character, is not a man. That's all lies. You have the ability to define masculinity within yourself, and it has the ability to look like some values that you make for yourself. So men, manhood is not defined by conformity. Guys, throughout this world, there's a lot of stuff that the people are going to tell you what masculinity is. I want to debunk a few of these falsehoods because they all feed into a stereotype that brings up this negative opinion about men. You have the ability to grow, to be healthy, to have healthy relationships that are within yourself. There's a lot of things that people are going to expect of you, want of you, and demand of you, and you can do it within yourself, being the best you can be, and still have true, authentic masculinity. Let go of these stereotypes about the negativeness of masculinity, the repressing yourself of masculinity, and be the best who God would have you be by knowing that He's going to guide you and that healthy relationships look healthy and look diverse. All right, guys, I want to thank you for stopping by the Legacy Gentleman channel. If you found something in this video helpful, please like it. If you want to see more videos like this, that's going to help you move to the best you can be, then please subscribe to this channel because that's what we make here every day. And until next time, go be legendary.